Howdy folks, welcome back to E3 2014. Max and Sean here, and Sean, you just got to look at what could possibly be one of the darkest games at the show, The Sims 4.
I just sat in on a half-hour Sims 4 demo in which they built up the personalities of these two Sims and the lives and all the intimate details.
You really got invested?
Yeah, and then they died in a fire at the end because they were laughing themselves to death.
So why is that such a theme with this new Sims game? Because they showed that as well in the press conference trailer.
Yeah.
It was like, you can laugh literally to death.
So the official tagline of The Sims 4 is Smarter Sims, Weirder Stories. And it seems like they're like really leaning into the absurdity of like different situations you can get yourself into in The Sims. So basically, like, you have a lot more control over their personalities when you're creating them. You can make somebody who's like super cool and friendly, or you can make somebody who's a total dick, and then you choose like all their little obsessive traits. Like, this guy is a foodie, or this guy is a wine snob, or this guy is evil, this guy's a bro.
And that's gonna affect how they get along with the other Sims.
Yeah, and essentially that affects like how they deal with people and all kinds of stuff like that. So when the demo started, one of the two guys was in like a really intense rage because he had a dispute with another Sim earlier and just couldn't get over it.
Could not deal.
Because one of his traits was he just doesn't let go. So he was so angry that it unlocked new emotion actions.
Whoa.
So one of them was
Whoa.
rage workouts. So he did like rage sit-ups and angry push-ups.
Now, are those any different from normal sit-ups and push-ups? Or do you just have a big frowny face?
No, he's like and angry and just screaming the whole time.
Okay.
And then eventually they go to the gym so he can really get into it. And at the gym they run into Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris became his mentor. And of course Chuck Norris is working out in jeans and cowboy boots and his hat and his Texas
Those are
Ranger.
just grafted to his body at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then eventually they decide to throw a party, and weirdly at the party they have all their friends over and they're having a good time, but then the Craigslist roommate comes back from work, and the Craigslist roommate is Kim Jong-un.
Why?
Who is a North Korean dictator.
Yeah.
But in The Sims, he's
not
just
somebody
a
you
roommate.
want as your roommate.
Yeah. And
guy's kind of a dick.
And so they're like, you know what, we gotta distract this guy. He loves making cupcakes.
Okay.
We're gonna set him to making cupcakes in the kitchen. The only problem is that he really sucks at making cupcakes, and he started a fire, and because these two Sims, their personality traits were they're bros, and they just laugh at terrible things because they're awful people, they were laughing at the fire, they're having a good time with it, and then they died from choking on carbon monoxide.
Sean, I gotta tell you, this story that you've weaved
dark.
for me.
It sounds like I'm making it up.
It was a weird, just roller coaster of crazy that I thought was gonna get back on the rails at some point, but it didn't.
Yeah.
It ended with everybody dying in a grease fire.
Maybe not technically a grease
Well,
fire, but
fire
definitely
of
a
sorts.
cooking fire of some kind. But yeah, so it's really about like drilling down into the personalities of these Sims and like the weird little social interactions they can get into because of their like very specific traits that you've assigned them when you created them. And it's cool, you know, because we all play Sims. At the end of the day, some people play The Sims like a dick.
Yeah.
And they like, you know, locking them in the bathroom so they poop themselves to death.
Of course,
And
like you do.
And it seems like they're just kind of taking that general sense of absurdity and extrapolating it to the rest of the game. And now there's all kinds of like craziness you can get into. But at the same time, you know, it's still a Sims game. They're still doing like actually really cool, interesting stuff. Like the fact that you can download like pre-built rooms that people have designed, and then you just drop that into your house. And you do it. So it's other stuff like that, more technical.
So it's not just all the insanity and the
it's
the
not
mind
like a
trickery.
crazy absurdist fever dream. There are, there are actual improvements, but they're really leaning into the ridiculous stuff, at least in like the PR campaign. Which, sure, yeah, no, totally.
Well, hopefully the rest of us here at GameSpot don't die in a horrible cupcake-related accident, and we'll continue bringing you exciting E3 2014 coverage. Stay tuned, one way or the other.
That's my life. I try to be like Maxwell as much as I can.
Let's high five real quick. Yay!
Nailed it.